Everybody, thanks for coming back and checking out my channel. The other day I mentioned a game that I had. It was my lack of patience cost us the game. Well, this is it, just as promised. So let's go. Well, we're on the Prokhorovka map, same exact map as the other game, and as you can see, each team has five, count them, five light tanks with two arties. So that's 1/3 of the team is light tanks and arties, and each team has two TDs. Our team has a Super Hellcat and myself, and the other team has an E25 and a T78. And as you can see, this game is from the get go is a swirling mess of light tanks dogfighting and jockeying for shots and spots, and it's just yeah, it's a mess. And And the one thing is that our team has a setter and their team got an EBR, which is not fair. I think if you're gonna allow it should never work out this way. Wargaming. I mean, most people hate these things, and I'm no exception. But they're in the game. At least make it equitable, and each side get an EBR. Um, So this is, like I said, the one thing I left out of the game yesterday was, this is typically how it goes. Well, this is typically how this goes if there's an EBR in the game. It really disrupts the normal gameplay. But in this case, we have, like I said, each team has five light tanks, and this is not normal. Everybody just got their well-deserved reward light tanks, and everybody's trying to play them, and I get it. If I had been in the game long enough and got one, I would probably be trying to play it too. So this is not normal, but this is what the hand that was dealt to us. So nope, not going to cry over it. But the EBR is doing a good job. He's trying to get spots for his team, exactly what he should be doing. And our light tanks are just they're just getting owned for the most part. They're probably getting like I said, they're these guys are just working us over like a boss. Like during that game, I mentioned, you got to be patient, and this is what I'm trying to do: just be patient and bide your time. And and as you can see, this is going to get out of hand real quick. Um, our that new reward tank is moved up, and he's going to be getting hammered here pretty quick. And there you go. You pull out in the open with five light tanks running around. Yeah, you're going to get spotted. So he should have backed up, but it is what it is. Probably not a typical light tank driver. Now it's just a waiting game. See who can make see who's going to make a mistake. Just like I said before. And there's a Blitz fall, so there's about to be a medium tank that's going to pop out right there. And sure enough, there he is. I take a shot, and immediately I got to start backing up. And that's one of the weaknesses of the Hellcat. Is the reverse speed is very slow. So, yeah. Well, I managed to pull into cover, and the EBR is lit up, and I managed to get a good hit on him, which is beautiful. Take a shot on him. And like I said, it's just a swirling mass of light tanks and their tanks, and he's going back to the barn. So that's awesome. And I'm just sitting here using the ridgeline as cover because that's all I have. Our light tank is pushing up the one line and in cover, which is good. With that many light tanks, man, it was just impossible for our guys to get in a good spotting position. And there's a Tog, the wonderful XP Pinata. It's a beautiful thing. And so I start working this guy over. I bounced that shot. And you can see he spotted me. He knows exactly where I'm at because he's looking at me. I lingered too long, and I got he smoked me. So that was really a bad play on my part. I was just greedy, but I got the spotting assist damage for all that. So that was awesome. Like I said, I'm just being very cautious here. Um, you know, and then it already has got me zeroed in. It already starts giving me the business. I get a shot on that 1357, and they're already again. I saw that shot coming in, so I pulled up, and then I see that he's obviously making a play for Artie, so I try to run, and they're already just smokes me right there. As I start to make this run to get an angle, my initial intent was to ram this guy, but then I noticed I only had 10 hit points left, and so I had to change my tactic. So now I knew I was going to have to shoot this guy. Artie takes a shot on him and misses. Of course, I overshoot. He never going to outturn this guy, especially in the Hellcat. But I did manage, was lucky enough to take him out. So now looking at the map, it's 12-8, and this should be an easy victory, just by looking at the numbers, right? So I start going down this one line, and managed to run into a dead tank like a Muppet. This is the mistake I made, is that I went down this line. I didn't hesitate. I should have stopped along the way and been cautious, let my binocs engage, and I didn't, I'm just trying to get down here hoping to light somebody up. That was my intent. I mean, fortunately, this E25 is being worked over, and I'm sure our Hellcats probably our Super Hellcats probably contributing to that. And that's wonderful. At that point, I'm like, oh, we got this. This is an easy victory, But this is where I make my mistake. I didn't let my binocs engage. I had 10 hit points left. If I'd had all my health, I could have absorbed that and killed that guy. One more shot would have changed the outcome of this game, and that's why I'm not trying to be a big head, saying that my lack of patience costs us the game. It's pretty conceited, but I mean, looking at it, when you see how this turns out, that would have been the game if I'd have got one more hit on him. But it is what it is. So, Black Douglas of the GR8 clan, get on you, buddy. He's going to have a great game when this is all said and done with. So now we're down to the Super Hellcat, who's hiding in the bush, and a Firefly, and then our Artie. And obviously, the Firefly is spotted. If you're at a Hellcat, pretty much any type of TD with binocs, you can sit in those in that tree line over there and spot everybody. At least you're at least up to your base. So if you take a shot, it's very likely you're going to get spotted. If I guess the Hellcat pulled up just ever so slightly so he could get a little bit closer to that tree line. But he's not double bushed, so if he takes a shot, he's definitely going to get spotted. Now our Firefly is just impatient, trying to do something to get the win. And they were talking in the chat. You'll see it's just like, just go get them. It reminded me of Band of Brothers, and where Captain Solo was just when they were doing their training in the second episode. Just go get them. And Lieutenant Winters was like, well, we've got perfect cover here, sir. And they went and got him, and they pretty much lost that training exercise, which was, I guess, fortuitous for Easy Company. And if you've seen the movie, you know how it turns out. You can pretty much see how this what's going to happen with this Firefly, and there you go. I was in the middle trying to type, hey man, don't do that. The T-78's gonna, yeah, that. And you'll see that come across in the chat here in a minute. So now we're down to the Super Hornet and an Artie. Wow, how quickly this game has turned. Like I said, I mentioned in other videos, like when you get ahead, people stop playing the game like they normally would. And but the enemy doesn't typically, they're playing to win. And this T-78 and his Artie teammate are definitely playing to win. And I guess I just mentioned it, but it almost seems like maybe our Super Hellcat maybe he just got his Super Hellcat today, or recently. Maybe he doesn't have a full skill crew. I don't know. This is a tough place to be. There's really only one way you're going to get across there. You have to go all the way back around. And here comes our Artie. Try to get I guess he's going to be a spotter. That's what ended up happening. He ends up becoming a spotter at the end. But he's making his way. So he gets on cap, and enemy immediately knows somebody's sitting here, and immediately knows exactly where he's at, or at least one of them. It's very obvious that the T-78 can see this guy, and there comes the Artie. Judging by the angle, it came from our base. So our Artie's moving out of the cap and headed to the tree line to spot, because there's nothing else he can do. Just trying to give our Hellcat something to shoot at. That T-78 is being real smart about this, like holding the shot. I assume that their Artie should be close to being reloaded, but the T-78 is about to pop up on his left side here in a second. So our Artie accomplished his goal. He spotted the T-70, and as you can see, he's a one shot. He takes out our Artie, and now our Hellcat takes a shot and tracks him. So it's an unfortunate shot. It's RNG. If he'd have hit him and killed him, that we'd have won the game. But that's just the way it is. He shoots again and misses. And so, unfortunately, I don't have eyes on the situation from here. I should have switched over to the Super Hellcat, but I didn't. And as you can see here shortly, the Super Hellcat's going to be taken out. I guess maybe he was on a reload when the T-78 shot him. But that's game over. So congrats to you, Black Douglas. You had a banging game. He got Radley Walters, High Caliber, Top Gun, Hand of God. I mean, he got a huge list of awards, and they're well deserved. He played it like a boss, man. Good on you, buddy. Thanks for coming back and checking out my channel. If you liked it, please leave me a thumb up. If first time here, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you for coming and checking me out. Look at all those medals, man. Awesome. Great job, dude. Hats off to you, buddy. Anyway, thanks again for coming and checking me out. And y'all take care and have a great day. Bye.